Tyson Chandler. 2011, the Dallas Mavericks lift the NBA trophy, and Dirk Nowitzki's brilliance echoes across the league. But behind that championship run stood a giant protector. Tyson Chandler, the defensive wall no one talked about. A one-time All-Star and a Defensive Player of the Year, Chandler's hustle and paint presence were the heartbeat of that title team. Quiet, powerful, and often overlooked. 9. Shareef Abdur-Rahim. Drafted 3rd overall in 1996, behind only Allen Iverson and Marcus Camby. Shareef Abdur-Rahim was a scoring machine stuck in losing systems. Averaging 20-plus points for multiple seasons, he became the 6th youngest player to hit 10,000 career points. Yet, he made just one All-Star team. Maybe it was the quiet demeanor, maybe the teams he played for. But make no mistake, Shareef had game. 8. Steve Francis, explosive, unstoppable in transition. Steve Francis, the franchise, was a human highlight reel. With a crossover that broke ankles and a vertical that defied gravity, Francis electrified arenas. A 3-time All-Star who once dropped 44 on the Lakers. Yet today, his name rarely enters the conversation. Injuries and early decline muted a career that once roared with promise. 7. Brandon Roy. If you never saw Brandon Roy play, ask anyone who did, and watch their eyes light up. Smooth, composed, lethal. Roy was the silent killer, Kobe Bryant's toughest matchup. Rookie of the Year, 2-time All-NBA, a slasher with no weakness. But his knees couldn't keep up with his greatness. What could have been still lingers in Portland's memory. 6th, Rod Strickland. He never made an All-Star team, but he should have. Rod Strickland was poetry in motion, a pass-first point guard with a streetball soul and court vision that left defenders guessing. He led the league in assists and could get to the rim at will. Ask the players of the 90s. Rod was that guy. But sometimes, style and substance don't get the awards they deserve. 5. Dennis Rodman. Yes, that Dennis Rodman. You've heard the stories, the hair, the Vegas trips, the wedding dress. But underneath it all, possibly the greatest rebounder ever. A 5-time champion. 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. Only 2 All-Star appearances. Why? Because Rodman didn't score. He just dominated. Quietly, relentlessly, and always on his own terms. 4. Manu Ginobili. To say Manu Ginobili was underrated almost feels like a crime. But when you're playing next to Duncan, Parker, and Leonard, someone has to be the unsung hero. Manu was that guy. A magician with the ball, fearless in the clutch. 2-time All-Star, 4-time champion, and the engine behind the bench. He wasn't the face of the Spurs. He was the soul. 3. Vlade Divac. Long before Europe filled the NBA with unicorns and superstars, there was Vlade Divac, a big man with a passer's heart. 13,000 points, 9,000 rebounds, 3,000 assists, and a pioneer for the global game. In Sacramento, he was the glue that held together one of the most beloved squads of the early 2000s. His legacy? Subtle, but it runs deep. 2. Marc Gasol. He didn't jump out of the gym or dazzle with flash, but Marc Gasol changed the game from the center position. A DPOY, a 3-time All-Star, and the anchor of Memphis's grit and grind era. Later, a champion in Toronto. Gasol brought finesse to the big man role, and with pinpoint passes, floor spacing, and an ironclad defense. Quiet, brilliant, underrated. 1. Andre Iguodala. You don't win championships without glue guys, and Andre Iguodala was industrial strength glue. Finals MVP, lockdown defender, leader of the Warriors' legendary death lineup. While Curry and Clay rained threes, Iggy made the plays that never made the highlight reel, but always won games. Underrated? Absolutely. Underappreciated? Not by champions.